Hello, so recently there's been a discussion on Crafty Minds about the way VIP's been set up. Basically, there's a room at spawn, or actually it's not at spawn, but there's a room accessible from spawn where players can go and do a bunch of villager trading and other cool stuff. And the way it's currently protected is by clearing ender pearls and chorus fruit out of players' inventory so that they can't glitch out of the room itself. So what I've done is I've basically set up a prototype here, and you could use this as a tutorial for any kind of room you're setting up that you want to protect using command blocks from players glitching into or out of it. So I'm going to go and grab myself some chorus fruit and ender pearls, and I'm going to go into the VIP lounge. So here I'm in the VIP lounge, and it's automatically removed the items from my inventory. And so now I'm in this room, and I'm just going to show you what the command blocks here do. So there's just a simple command block here. It says anybody within a certain radius, basically inside this room. The ender pearls will be cleared out of their inventory, and the same exact thing except for chorus fruit. So how do we fix this? Well, so first of all, I want to show you guys what happens when you try to glitch through. So I'm going to go back here to spawn, and then I'm going to switch game modes. So I'm actually in survival here. All right, and now, oh, one more thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off both of these. All right, so these are now both off. Okay, great. So now if I go and I get ender pearls and chorus fruit and try to enter the VIP lounge, it lets me. So now I'm in here. It's going to let me go wherever I want. What I can do is if I eat the chorus fruit, it will automatically TP me to somewhere nearby. And this is what it does. It lets me out into the rest of the area where I shouldn't be allowed. And do a similar thing with ender pearls. So there we go. Now I've just glitched through out of the area. And this is exactly what we want to prevent. So the first thing I've done to work on fixing that is I've added this area around the room you want to protect. It just sort of serves as a buffer area. So the idea is that just within a certain radius, there's a larger room out here where if players get out of the area you're trying to protect them from getting out of, this is where they'll end up. And so then the solution, the rest of the solution is very simple. So I'm just going to go up to these command blocks, and instead of saying this, I'm going to add a very slight addition here. And comes from a notepad file I've got right here. All right, yes. Reminding myself of how to do this. Okay. So basically, at a minimum radius of say 14, you'll have to test for yourself what numbers work for you, and I'm just going to do the same thing here. There we go, perfect. All right, great. So now I'm going to reactivate those command blocks. And the interesting thing now you'll see is that like I'm in the room, but I can still have the chorus fruit and the ender pearls. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do the same glitch again, where I let myself up onto the roof. The thing is if I move far enough away now, it doesn't let me keep the items. So that's the difference here. Basically, instead of removing the items when they're in here, remove the items when they're out here. So if they even came close enough to these walls to be able to try to glitch through them, they'll already no longer have the ender pearls in their inventory from the command block. Of course, there's a way we can do this which will make this actually more robust, which is instead of clearing out their items in this way, what we can do is I can just get rid of that second command block altogether. And in here, instead of saying ender pearls like this, what I can do is I can say kill all players within that original radius, but not within the 14 block inside radius. So now I can walk around in this room. I'm safe anywhere in this room to stand here, walk around. But if I decide to go outside, poof, you die. And so that should be a pretty effective, I would say, method of preventing players from leaving the area we don't want them to leave. So if I now go back in here, I can have my ender pearls and my chorus fruit in my inventory. But if I actually try to... I'm sorry, I'm having trouble doing this. Then I just die. And that's it for this tutorial.